In this video, it's just going to demonstrate how to apply models created in 3ds Max into Autodesk Flow Design to generate a more realistic wind tunnel simulation. So here I've got a series of slab towers to represent a certain environment. First of all, we can save the model, just in case we need to come in later on to manipulate the building forms. So we can call it slab towers and just save it. Because Flow Design doesn't really read .max file, so we need to do is export the model just into a different file format. So we name it with the same name. However, we just make sure that it's in 3D Studio file format .3ds, and just save that and click OK to preserve coordinates. Now we open up Flow Design and import local file and find the one we just exported from 3ds Max. This one, just open. Now we can see that the model has already been imported into the wind tunnel. If we switch to the top view, we can see that the model is actually in a round orientation. So in here we can rotate it back to the way we wanted and click OK. And now you can see that the wind is actually blowing from left to right, and it's actually hitting the front of the building. And next thing we can do is we can set the wind tunnel. First of all, we can change the wind speed to reflect the realistic situation. For Footscray, it's about 4.81 meters per second. And we can also drag the boundary of the wind tunnel to make sure that the entire model is within the wind tunnel. You can click OK. And also with the slider here, which controls the simulation plane, you can drag it around and to control where it actually hits the building. So with that set it, and we can come in here in simulation settings, which we can change the model dimension from millimeters to meters to have a more real sort of data setting. So now here we can actually see all the units has been changed to realistic dimensions. So now we can switch back to the side view, and if we zoom in a little, then you can see a simulation of the wind velocity. Okay, so another thing which is useful is coming to the top, which says color scheme. If we turn on binding and contours, basically that will give you a better reading of the actual data. So for instance, this orange area, if we refer back to the legend, which is about 8.8 meters per second, and we can pretty much see that this area has quite fast wind blowing. And also coming down here, we can see that between the buildings, the wind speed actually quite low. So we can pretty much see this area can be the comfort zone, since that the slab buildings are quite wide and they block a lot of wind, and so this area in between them actually has not much wind blowing over. So okay, and what we can do next is we can change the simulation plane from side to top, and also respectively we have to change our view plane from right to top as well. Just switch that, and this also then gives another dimension of the wind, how it's flowing. So if we turn that binding and contours off, Now we can change this shaded visualization actually here, and the plain visualization to flow lines, which is more dynamic. So once has that been changed, you can see the movement more clear than the previous setting, and we can now see that the wind actually, because the Venturi effect, it flows much faster in between those buildings. However, it also has like a whirlwind effect behind the slab buildings, but also in the middle of the buildings there actually not much wind going on. Yeah, so another setting is you can do is with the flow lines. You can change the visualization style, because right now my computer is getting quite slow, so I won't show every single styles, but pretty much they have different styles to show you the same simulation. Okay, so basically that's the major settings in Flow Design. You can use the other available settings in the top ribbon to change the view, and then finally, if you are happy with your simulation result, you can come in here and then export, save the image or save the video. So for instance, you want to record a 5-second video of the wind flow, you can just click that and then just hit record. And once the recording finish, you can just stop and save it. And that's it. Thank you.